Hi everyone. This video I'm going to be talking about leaning into pain. I am using this new tool called OBS, and it was a lot of fun yesterday and day before yesterday trying to figure out the settings and how it works and everything. And there were many issues that I came across. And then I came across this AI thing with the background, and I've always wanted to do that, and I'm doing that, and it's kind of weird, it's kind of funky, it's not like all that great. So I'm wondering, I've not yet decided. I mean, if you have any idea, if you have any opinions on this, whether you prefer the plain, boring background, but like without this funky, messy, weirdo thingy going on, then I can go back to that, or I can keep this with this funkiness and messiness and awkwardness. Um, Anyways, okay, so let's get to the topic. Leaning into pain. Leaning into pain, what does that mean? Leaning into pain means not being afraid anymore of the worst case consequences of your actions, and therefore moving much faster, or failing big time, but not being afraid, not allowing yourself to just be afraid of failing and afraid of falling, afraid of failing, and therefore not trying. Now, I have always thought I am not afraid of failing. I believe in failure. I'm one of those people who keeps on saying over and over again, fail, 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 fail fast, fail often, fail frequently. On the surface, I say that, but my actions do not reflect that. So it's not very easy to always know what you're actually doing. Are you actually living the fail fast, fail frequently, don't be afraid to fail kind of motto, or are you actually being afraid of failure? And turns out I was being afraid of failure. What do you know? So I have found a hack to identify whether you're actually afraid of failure and stopping yourself from trying, and that is to lean into pain. What does that mean? It means that take your worst case fears and say, I am okay with that. Worst case scenario, for me, one of the worst case scenarios is just losing my health completely, deteriorating, disintegrating with my health. It's very, very scary for me. So what I did recently was I was like, okay, what is the worst thing that'll happen? Imagine the worst case scenario, being in the hospital, hooked up to all those kinds of weird things, being in pain, all that. Imagine your worst case scenario and say, I am okay with that. If that has to be, I'm okay with that. And then make your decisions based on that. Like accept that, lean into that pain. Whatever your worst case scenario might be, you'll go bankrupt, or your worst case scenario might be you'll lose this relationship or whatever. Take that and be okay with that. Pray if you believe in God or a higher power. Please make me okay with that worst case scenario, so that I'm not living my life in fear of that worst case scenario, so that I can accept it, so that I can take action. Because many times you don't take action because you're afraid of that worst case scenario, and then you don't take action, and then you get to that worst case scenario because you're not taking action. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. So yeah, do that. Lean into your pain, lean into the maximum pain. Don't be afraid of it. Don't run away from it. I had a video recently about, like, don't try to get away from your karma. Don't ask God to forgive you for your karma so that you don't have to face the consequences. Ask for the consequences. That is so freeing, and God will let you off the hook many times. If you say, I'm okay with the consequences, God, please bring it on. I deserve it. I did a bad thing. I deserve the karma for it. I should pay for it. And then, yeah, but then pray, build your relationship with God, build your relationship with the higher power. And yeah, whether it comes or not, then the fear of that is gone. And when the fear of that is gone, when you're like, okay, I will be taken care of no matter what, I will be okay no matter what, God will take care of me no matter what. When that happens, and the worst case scenario, you have absorbed the worst case scenario into your consciousness and been like, I am no longer afraid of this worst case scenario, then you live your life much, much more fearless. This is huge, by the way. This is huge. Okay. Okay. I hope this helps. Wish you a day filled with an immense amount of fearlessness, a lot of personal growth, a lot of breakthroughs, and a lot of connection with a higher power. Wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.